Are you a business owner or entrepreneur? Do you have an idea and ask, where do I start? Do you need help branding, evaluating, planning, or executing? Join the Brand and Deliver workshop today. Take notes and out-of-the-box training from Kara Aljo of Present Your Brand, Branding and Sales Agency, and Stacia Crawford from Stay Ready Media. In this information segment, you will be given tips on how to brand, market, and strategize your business. Also, tune in as Kara and Stacia share a personal experience with you. Don't miss it.
Thank you so much for coming. And we're going to cover what to expect today. Today, you're going to receive high quality, from Stacia and I, media and speaking training. A lot of people, their experience with the news is just sitting there watching it. But we're going to share with you how you can possibly have your business, your brand, your product, your service, your idea, your mission, your movement shared with the media to the masses as well. And then that's Stacia's expertise. And my expertise is helping with performance, actually coming before people and speaking publicly. So with the both of us combined, we will help you create a media kit so that you can prepare, so you can pitch to the masses, one. And then two, when the masses come to you for the reporting and things like that, that you can present with power, okay? So the other thing, as Stacia just mentioned, interactive session. Like, our heels may come off because we're going to be going from person to person, helping, asking, probing, and that isn't comfortable. It's not comfortable. So if you can make yourself as comfortable as possible, that would be great. The reason why the room is set up like this is so that you can stretch out. Don't you hate going to workshops and stuff and it's all stuffy? Everybody all on you. I know, I've been in theater for a long time, but I got a social condition. Like, I can't sit next to people at plays. Like, I have to sit in a section by myself because I start getting all, and then he's scratching his nose and it's bothering me. You're free. You're free to stretch out and do what you need to do and really have some thinking space. And third-wise, we have networking, which some of you all had the opportunity to do before we began. We will have time during the breakout portions as well as during our refreshments where you all can continue to network. Remember what I shared at the beginning. Had we not decided to say, hey, how are you? Who are you? We would not be here today. So you never know who you're sitting with in this room. You could be sitting with someone who could be your partner in building your empire.
Learn how to build your foundation, have a media presence, and much, much more. This vital information is available to you now. Sign up to the Brand and Deliver workshop today.
Marketing is a noun. It's the action or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. So this is the action of business or promoting and selling products. It's not actually selling. Sometimes people mistake marketing for actual selling. And I'm going to use the example of the club as an example. Anybody not been to the club in here before? It's been a while. Look at Malcolm in the back like, I haven't been to the club. You will, son. You will soon, okay? Okay, so we're in the club. We're minding our business. And Stacia and I, what club we at, girl? Okay, you should look at the club. She go to church now. Okay. Oh, yeah, thank you. Okay. We're at the Wow here. So we're at the Reggae Club. And Stacia and I, come on, are sitting at the club and we listening to Bob Marley, okay? Okay. That's okay. Okay, so I'm listening to Bob Marley and we're hanging out and we're looking, how we looking? We're looking good. Okay, we're looking good. We're looking good now. Okay, and there's a gentleman that comes up and he wants to talk to Stacia. He don't want to talk to me. He wants to talk to Stacia.
And I flash that ring. That's what I do.
Okay, so he wants to talk to Stacia. So he wants to talk to me. He wants to talk to me. So Stacia gives me the look, and then I look over there, but we never say anything to him. She doesn't go and talk to him. I don't go say anything to him. Everybody, well, a lot of people have been there, done that before. You see him, you're like, oh, he's so cute. Or you see her, you're like, whoa, she's wonderful. And then you guys just keep going. It's kind of like marketing. You saw the product, saw the service, saw she was beautiful, saw he was handsome, but nothing ever, really happened. Now, we came back to Wild Hair. Girl, that rum punch was just great, okay? So now we're back, and this is special, and, we turn it up. And now we see a different guy. Not the same guy, a different guy. So now you give me the look, and I give him the look, and then I turn. Okay? What should I do? Should I go over there? Oh, you want me to go? I'm not that type of lady. Y'all don't go over there. He's going to come over here to me, and he's going to ask me, what's the first question?
What's your name?
Hey, what's my name? Oh, hey, my name is Kilolo. And he's going to be like, oh, Kilolo, how you doing? My point is that once he came up to me, he asked me my name. Now we have a connection. It may not be good. I may find out 2 months from now that he's a liar, he's a cheat, everything else. But right now, in the beginning, we've still made a connection, and that's been through him just asking me what my name is. That's when you can begin to try to sing it, but you still shouldn't be selling it. What are we saying with this map? What are we saying with this marketing aspect? You have to get to know your ideal client. Whatever business or brand you have, you could possibly be facing frustration, lack of finances, lack of the right connections, networking, lack of the right media exposure, just because you simply don't know whom you need to speak to. So consider the people in this room that you're networking with. Consider, once you step foot out of this Brand and Deliver workshop, to know the difference between me marketing something, just telling you, or posting, or putting cards out there. This is what I do, this is what I'm about, versus actually selling.
You've used Google Maps to direct you from point A to B. In this workshop, you will use Brand and Deliver's marketing maps to drive your business to success.
So before we get into the actual marketing map, I just want to share with you guys the difference between the phrase about to versus expedite. A lot of people say, I'm about to host an event. I'm about to do a program. I'm about to start a business. But how many people know that that really doesn't mean anything unless they actually do it? Raise your hand if you ever said, I'm about to, in here. I'm about to, and nothing ever really gets done. My purpose with the Present Your Brand Agency, and I'm quite sure Stacia can attest for herself as well, our purpose is to really eliminate excuses for you. When you tell me I can't because I'm already cutting you off. Because for us, it's all about mindset. And it's about mastering your mindset so that you can position yourself to brand and deliver. So make sure that we're not in the about to phase when we're working on these things. Don't think about your budget. You don't know who is available just in this room alone to donate to you, to sponsor to you. Lavelle right here, I have a production company, it's called By Here Productions. And during the summer, we offer an 8-week arts internship free of charge for you 14 through 19. Now, it's free of charge. It's philanthropy, it's community service. We're not in the position, we're 3 years young, we're not in the space right now where we got this mega budget. Lavelle came out of nowhere. Came through a connection through my director, and here we are today. We're working on a totally separate project. You never know who is going to come in. And Lavelle, we didn't talk about this eons ago. Lavelle came in literally right on time, right before the show. Don't limit your miracles. Don't limit the possibilities. So I need everyone's mind frame, mindset all open so that we can expedite, which is a verb. And it means to make an action or a process happen sooner or be accomplished more quickly. I'm quite sure everybody here has had a burning desire to start and or take your business to the next level. Well, today, let's work on that. How many times do you have an opportunity? How many times do people walk up to you and say, hey, Stacey, what you got on your heart and your mind?
How much time do you got?
How much time? Oh, okay. You want to talk about it? Okay. But I'm just saying, how many times do people ask you that? Not often. This is that time. You've invested the time, you've invested your money. Let's work on this today so that you can brand and deliver. So the marketing guide. As you can see on On each of the sections, there are, it's broken down into the 4 quarters. So of course, we're in August. Let's turn to the August page. And the first thing that we're going to go over are the key goals, the objective. Another point is the target group to focus on, key call to action, messaging theme, events. For me, I like events. I like hosting events. For me, it's like an easy way for me to share to the masses what my purpose is for a special event, what I'm trying to do. It's a way to earn income. It's a way to have exposure. You can have a videotape. You can use that for your practices. You can sell it later. You can share it later. You can have the photographer come. You can use those pictures as captions for other events. I like events because to me it's like Walmart. You get everything all in one. Some people don't really like leading with events. They like doing one-on-one. I like working with clients or etc. Whatever it is that you like to do or whatever it is that catches your eye, I suggest that you start first with that. You don't have to start right up here with key goals and objectives, especially if that's going to freak you out. I don't know what key goal and objective is. Okay, well, what kind of event do you want to host? Well, I want to have a party for women who want to get healthy. Okay, so now you have a clearer idea of what a goal could be. Okay, get healthy, stay healthy, all that type of stuff. Answer what catches your eye on this part first, and then you'll be able to answer the other questions a little better. And if you're not able to answer all of the questions on this, don't worry. This is a working document. You'll come back to it. But for right now, you really want to take time and figure out what catches your eye first on this. And it's already August, so for my organized people, let's start in September. What can you do next month? Something that's small, something that's free. If you ballin', give me $1, and then, plan a big event, But right now, let's just start off for the month of September. With your business and your brand, what is it that you can do during the month of September? So we're going to play some music so that you guys can work. And we're going to give you about 10 minutes for you to go through this. And then Stacia is going to come and share with you all the importance of knowing this and why using the actual calendar is important for media purposes. Okay?
Great things only come around so often. Sharpen your skills, brighten your ideas, and get your business on the right track with Brand and Deliver's Marketing Map. This is not your typical workshop. This tag team recognizes the need for branding your business in today's world. New generation, new economy, new rules. Brand and Deliver allows you to share your experience, interact with others, network, and much, much more. Join today.
A press release is basically, it's a document that you're sending out to the media, making an announcement. So say you have a company and your company has a new CEO. You're going to send a press release to the media so that they know. They might want to cover it, they might not. But it's basically information that you want the public to have about your company. A pitch letter is very different. Although a pitch letter is a little bit more, some people say informal, my personal opinion is that it is 100 times more effective if you're trying to get media coverage. So in a pitch letter, one of the things that Eric talked about was how we came up with ideas for the media. So rather than just going to them and saying, hey, I've got a comic book, here's my press release, put me on the news. We did a pitch letter, and a pitch letter is very specific. So everybody in here can do a customized pitch letter, but what you need to do is you need to tell the media why they need to cover you and give them specific ideas. So Eric, for example, has a comic book of your mouth is usually, so what do you do? Right? So when you're doing your elevator pitch, try and keep it to 20 seconds or less. Studies have shown that really after 20 seconds, we kind of tune out. So when you're reaching out to the media, that is an important thing for you to keep in mind.
Learn the 5 W's in public relations, how to develop a press release, as well as an elevator pitch, all in the Brand and Deliver workshop.
Also pay attention to timing. A lot of times, a story that you pitch to a producer that they may have, kind of dismissed before, something in the larger news scheme may happen that suddenly makes you relevant, that suddenly makes you an expert on whatever it is that's going on. You have to have the savvy to see, wait a minute, how can that's right in my wheelhouse. That's exactly what I do. I can be an expert on that thing. And so that's when you pounce in and say, hey, here's what I can offer.
Okay, so what I did was created a vision statement. Although I don't like to blog, when I write personally or when I journal or something like that, I'm a linguistic. I love language. I love all that type of stuff. When I'm writing about me, I'm writing about it. Okay, so it's pretty lengthy. Yours doesn't have to be this lengthy. I've been through some stuff in my life. Y'all don't know my story. I had to write down the bullet points that I had to affirm myself in daily so I can get over those obstacles. You may be good, you may be fine, you may need just a paragraph. But I'm going to read one thing that I do. So what I did was I made a color picture of me, put a good picture of you, a professional picture where you look like somebody or something. So when you see yourself...
If you don't have one, get one today.
Oh yeah, get one today with our lovely photographer, which is also a portable professional. So I put a picture of myself in my best light, and I'm going to read a piece because these are my secrets that I talked to Jesus about. Okay. I love it. I do. I talk to him about it. And that's another thing. Stacey and I, we're not promoting a certain religion or anything like that, but I love Jesus. And we pray all the time. Like even with this, we're hoping and praying everything works out. So as I shared, whatever inside of you is going to come out in your business eventually. So you might as well just know that, know who you are, and be upfront about it. So yeah, I talk about it. So here is a part that I said. This is towards the end. Money comes to me in a number of ways. I create residual income at least 10 ways. I teach my sons the same. My sons will learn from my legacy and teach their children the same. I am the leader of generations of entrepreneurs who are debt-free, healthy, happy, and able to serve the nations with their God-given gifts. I create money with my God-given talents, and he provides for me because I do not bury his gifts. I multiply them. I am the gift multiplier, and my obedience opens doors with men in great places. My gift makes room for me and puts me before great men. That's just one portion. But I say this to myself daily, in the mirror, after I'm dressed, before I go out. And when those little things come to me from my confidence, your business is new. You can't send a news story to Channel 5. What makes you think that you could be on Channel 7 and 5? This is what I use to affirm myself. This is what I use. So take the time to write something to yourself, because there'll be moments when you're all you've got. I got Stacia. You said no? Oh, I'm like, no, you got Jesus? Okay. You may not always be able to reach out and call a friend. You're going to have to encourage yourself. So create a statement, create something that you can have visible. This was on my mirror in my room. Put it up. Speak to yourself in front of the mirror.
And that's the key. You got to get it down on paper. Okay, your target group is media and schools. Okay, excellent.
Visit the website, and then I'm doing a pre-launch for the Kickstarter campaign, which I'm doing in October. It's called Superheroes in the Classroom, using comics to improve health and language literacy. So press release, video footage of the project, press release to media, email to school, create video on YouTube, pre-launch buzz, Kickstarter campaign. I'm doing a press release, Office Student Wellness, do the email, students create the video, I do the Kickstarter, my budget.
So here, with who's responsible for what? I mean, you've got quite a team there. That's good. Because a lot of times what we see is
it's just me.
It's me, right? It's always
and if it ends up being me, that's okay.
Okay, that's excellent.
And
Okay,
then media
good.
appearances, money raised, and then contacts from schools.
Oh wow, excellent. Okay, good. And then when we get into the media part.
But this is so, I mean, but I don't really know, like, how do I start with mine? I am using my video production audience. So my key goal is to reach those backgrounds.
So let's try to let's plan one. Build this out and go talk to a wall. Why a wall? Because it doesn't talk back. Okay? But talk to a mirror if you really want to give feedback, because you will begin to see yourself in another light. So now I'm going to do this same speech to the wall, okay? Y'all ready? Which one y'all want me to do, the customer story or the personal story?
Customer.
Customer story. Who?
Customer.
Customer? Okay. Customer. I am like my customers because I didn't know what to do at first regarding my business. And my customers are often feeling frustrated and overwhelmed. They're tired of the pressures. They're tired of going all around the Mulberry Bush just to figure out what to do with their branding. My audience is someone who values easy steps with big results. And customers come to me because I'm down to earth and I'm dedicated myself about presenting my brand. Now there's something that happens psychologically when you're looking at yourself in front of the mirror. Take advantage of that. You can't buy that in stores. It's just the way we're wired. You have to take your scripts and look at yourself in the mirror, look in your eyes and say it. I guarantee you if you practice this, at least just 2 times a week. How much time, this is rhetorical, but how much time do you invest in presenting your brand? I ain't talking about pushing a social media post, because that is like, that's like the smallest little part about branding. It's a good part, but it's small. How much time do you spend per week investing in your brand? If your number is not in the double digits, you need to think about some teams, okay? Because you have to invest time. And not only do you have to invest time, you have to practice delivering. Entrepreneurship is for beasts, right? You have to persevere through it. And I'm going to end with this. This is my final word. There are lots of other things in the workbook that you need to finish and complete. Please, our intention is for you to go out and feel ready to brand and deliver, not only in thought, but also with your script. You have to fill this workout if you're serious about branding and sharing your message with the masses. But the 3 things that we want to share to help you brand and deliver, these 3 things cost nothing. It's having faith, planning, and preserving. You don't need $1 for that. But it will require late nights. It will require you saying no to your friends who aren't about the entrepreneurship life. You may need to make some entrepreneurship friends. Expand your circle, because this is a lifestyle. You need to have faith in yourself. If you have any type of spiritual connection or something like that, have faith in whatever keeps you grounded. Stick with that. Plan, use your marketing map, stick to your script, spend time to invest in it, send your pitches out. I think Stacia, with one of the packages, she sent the basic package, she sends out at least to 10 sources. Don't think I'm gonna just send it to Channel 7 on day 1 and that's gonna happen. You have to send it out, it's mass, okay? And then the last one is preserve. Preserve your energy. There are people who are just energy suckers, come to you with nonsense just to throw you off. Preserve it. That phone ring, didn't the phone ring right before we came up? Stacy was like, nope, not right now.
I did.
That's preserving. Excuse me, that's preserving. That's keeping your energy for what you need to do now.
Up to the wall, that works when you're preparing for your meeting interviews. I know it sounds crazy, but you want to basically be able to practice, and always remember 20 seconds. Sound bites is a common word in the media. I don't know if you guys know what a sound bite is, but basically when you're doing an interview and they take that back, if it's not live, like Eric's one interview was live, but when they do the after dark, it's ended. If you just go on and on and on and on, that's a lot more work for the editor. They don't want want more work. Again, that's what marked against you. So like, man, my brother talked too long, I got to edit too much with him. Try and keep your message to 20 seconds. Make sure that you have at least 3 key points that you want to get in any interview. Before you go into an interview, you need to know what is the outcome that you're looking for. And make sure you have at least 3 key messages. And in any question that they ask you, make sure you include one of those key messages. If you walk in and they say, oh, Takara, what do you do? I'm putting you on the spot. She's a personal trainer. So you show up for an interview at, I'm going to say Channel 7, and you're wearing what you're wearing, and I'm saying, oh, Takara, I like that dress. That is so cute.
Yeah, I make sure to keep my arms toned by staying fit and doing push-ups.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. You are going to weave subtly and beautifully weave your key message into that. I want you guys to write this down. One of the things that I mentioned, I was talking to Yana, and Yana was saying, well, how do you know, who to reach out to? How do you know who to call? 2 things that you want to do. Any show that you're watching, you want to watch the credits. Look at the credits. See who the producers are. See who the executive producers are. Sometimes they may call it a production assistant. Sometimes they don't call it a booker. Different stations have different names. But you're usually going to look for a producer, executive producer, or a booker, or maybe a production assistant. Record the show. And then when you have time, go back, write down those names. And those are the people that you want to contact. Don't worry about the grips and the cameraman, photographers. Not that they're not important. They are very important. And I've had many of my photographers come to me and say, oh, here's somebody who might be good for your show. I've had that happen numerous times. But if you're pitching, the quickest way is to go straight to the producers, because they're typically the ones that are making the decisions. And then the other thing is, there's a service. Reporters, not only will they announce sometimes on Twitter and LinkedIn and other social media what types of stories they're looking for, but there's also a service called Help a Reporter Out. And how can you help a reporter out? You give them a story. And it's called, the abbreviation is HARO. So if you go to HARO.com, it's a service. And they have over 30,000 reporters. It's a national service, so some of them may or may not be exactly for you, but there's over 30,000 reporters on there, and they have over 100,000 news sources. So, and what they do is they literally will send out requests. So, I'm looking for, and some of them are specific, some of them are pretty generic. They might say, I'm looking for somebody who's been a personal trainer, for less than a year. We want to do a story in Shape magazine about what challenges you're facing. Would that work for you?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So be there.
There you go. So that's you're going to respond to that request. What they do is they put the request in, they email it out. You're going to respond to that request, and you're going to tell them, my name is Takara Daniel, I've been a personal trainer for blah, 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 and you're going to send that to them.
This workshop isn't like any other. Stacia and Kara are ready to help you brand and deliver. Don't just take my word for it. Listen to the testimonials.
Hi, my name is Arlene Gladney, and I am the CEO and founder of AccomplishMoreGoals.com. Attending this event has been invaluable for me. Some of the benefits I learned include learning how to create a press release, how to create a pitch letter, and the importance of understanding how invaluable producer's time is. So I need to be very concise and very succinct in my presentation. So attending this event has been priceless. I mean, although the fee was very nominal, but the lessons learned and the benefits that I've received from this event has been invaluable.
All right, so I felt that it was very helpful for me in my business personally, because it is a budding business right now. So I wasn't quite sure kind of what direction I should go in, how I can tailor my information for a certain audience. So all of this actually got me to thinking on how I could put that all together. And I'm going to take away one cool phrase that I learned today, which was stop the stinking thinking and let's start more doing. So it's definitely motivated me to get my engine revving about getting everything started for my own personal business, but also once I get to that stage where I am licensed and everything's legit legally, that I know where to go and take that next step when it comes to the media portion of that. So I give it an A+, gold star, definitely recommend it.
Thank you for watching the Brand and Deliver Workshop. For more info on how to sign up or to receive more info, contact Kara or Stacia at stayreadymedia@gmail.com or karainspires.com.